Hello, whoa, crazy noises. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Built from Day One. Fun game.
What's up, everyone?
Yo, everybody. This is going to be a vent session for sure. It's
Gerald needs 2 minutes on the stream. I think we can oblige.
for sure. Welcome
I think
anybody
Coop
that's
wanted to be
watching
on
on
the stream.
Twitter as well. I forgot we're live on Twitter. I forgot. Yeah, crazy. I see Chalangason says if this isn't the most clickbait ass shit, but then also says I'm in. So welcome. Yes, that was humiliating. That was really bad.
Yep.
I got to sit in a parking lot for about an hour afterwards while not moving.
I'm so sorry. That's probably even worse of a feeling.
Yeah, it was bad. And
Just
everybody
take
was
me
mad.
home. Just go
So it's like
home. And you can't go home.
road raid in the parking garage.
Oh, really?
Man. Just insane. I mean, obviously I'm so down right now. I'm so down, but you know, I think coming into this series, there's a couple things we need to remember. You know, I'm gonna hit every single side that you could possibly be on. Okay, so first and foremost, Karl-Anthony Towns is a fraud. We've known this for all year, all of last year. All of you that follow us, you know, some of you have been with us this whole time. Most of you probably have. But some of you maybe doubted us and our Karl-Anthony Towns thoughts throughout the year. Man, we are right, and I am sad to report that. But that's one element. Another thing you could look at this as is, you know, we're a 7 seed going up against a really strong team this year. I know lots of you didn't believe in the Grizzlies going into this series. I certainly did, but you know, this is not a bad team. They have really good 3-point shooters, and they are capable of getting those 3-point shooters open. If we were looking at it as a whole, of course, if you saw that we were going to be down 2-1 after 3 games, you probably wouldn't be so mad. Also, we did the same exact thing to Memphis. We beat them in their first game. Now we have to respond in our second game. Do I think we're going to? No, but you know, for now, that's the narrative. And then finally, probably the thing you're going to hear the most tonight. This was the most demoralizing loss I've ever felt as a Timberwolves fan. Just nowhere near. I mean, not only just the implications of the game. Losing this game I would have been sad regardless of how it happened. You know, there was a lot of chat in our Discord last time about we don't want to lose a certain way in the second game. And then we lost that way. Tonight was like worse than you could possibly imagine. We were up by 20 multiple times. We were up by 25 with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. And we lose by 10. That is just unreal. Ashwin, I'm going to get to you, but just so everybody knows,
You don't need me in this stream. I think there should be a 3-hour cam session. You were at the game, man.
Yeah.
I feel like you deserve so much better than that.
Well, it was, I mean, you know, I will say I was pretty low energy coming into this game. I did not have a lot of confidence going into this game. I thought that Grizzlies were going to take this really seriously and we might kind of rest a little bit. It was kind of the opposite. I mean, we came out and we were hitting. They were not. But I never really felt like, wow, we're dominating. You know, it was more like one of those games that we've had throughout the season where it's like, man, we're up at 20. You know, this feels great, I guess. But it was never like this super... like the way it was happening was not necessarily a way in which I'm like, wow, this is like Timberwolves basketball. Like it wasn't ever, you know, it's not like that. Man, just so painful. I can't get over it. I mean, the crowd was so hype at the beginning of the game. So many loud moments. I mean, we started off 8-0. We started off like 10 or 12-0 even.
We did.
Which was so awesome. And I felt confident, but not so confident. At that point, I still was not like fully like, yeah, we're going to win this game because obviously, as I was saying on the way home with my dad, like this happens frequently when we have games where we give up 20, 25 point games. And not only that, the Grizzlies have everything to fight for right now. But then when we got up by 25 in the third, I was like, man, maybe they're just dead. And I'm like, I just this is something you can never do as a Timberwolves fan. I just let the little bit of like, wow, game 6, we might clinch it in game 6 and I'm going to be here. We still can. But like, I was like in that mindset of like, we just are about to take control of this series. And honestly, I felt like tonight was probably the most important game of the series. And the turning point in the
and
series.
Now it's not.
I think it's over. I think this is, my first overreaction, probably underreaction, is that the Grizzlies are going to now win every game out. I think they are. I think they are locked now. I do think their first game, they had a lot of games off, or a lot of days off, so they were a little rusty. They are back. They are hunting for Wolves, and they are. They're gonna catch us. They're just gonna.
That's a dagger to my heart, like Celine Dion. My heart usually goes on. That game kind of killed all of the momentum in my fandom for this squad currently composed. Dude, we had a 39-point first quarter, followed up with a 8.2-minute stint in the second quarter, followed by 4 points for the rest of the second quarter. What happened?
Yeah.
Then we had a 32-point third quarter, balloon that lead that was 5, was all the way down to 5, back up to 25. And we scored 12 points in the fourth quarter. I don't know what's going on. Everything about that first quarter, that first 14 minutes, was probably the best shit I've ever seen in my entire life. I almost lost my voice several times. In that second half, I had 4 cupcakes. I was so stressed out. I've lost all my hair. I went to cupcakes.
Man.
I feel like I'm losing my voice a little bit. I thought the energy, I thought the way that Beverly was driving on Ja. I thought the way that we were passing the ball with no decision, no time to think. We were just passing. Beverly was leading the charge. Beverly gave us a lot of boost emotionally in that game too, in the start of the game. D'Lo hit his first 3. That was an incredible 3. That was like the shot heard around the world 3 right there.
Yeah.
God. We can compete with this team, man. We didn't make too many adjustments. I will be very honest. We didn't make too many adjustments. We started a little bit more aggressive, trying to find Vando a little bit, trying to find Beverly, keep their defense honest at least. They were on the back ropes. This is the game to take control of the series. Hey, by the way, what's up, TD? Timberwolves Daily. We messaged you on Twitter. I don't know if you responded back, but if you're at all interested, hit us up and then we can have you on stream.
Sounds like. Go ahead.
It's just crazy how the roller coaster of this team was on full display. We can probably pinpoint play by play how you were feeling emotionally and the drops and how a young team can crumble. A young team led by, Patrick Beverly will crumble at times. But it was how we responded in that third quarter, bringing it back up to 25. Man, that was even more impressive than the first quarter.
I agree 100%. I was like, wow, we're that's why I was so high at that moment. I was like I didn't expect to come back.
Control.
Yeah.
Even if it got close, it would feel like a fucking that Rockets game or the Spurs game where it got close or whatever for no reason. Those games are kind of telling. We can't control ourselves. Starting with our leader, Karl Anthony Towns. You piece of shit, get off our team. If you play like this shit, I can't believe it. We're paying you $40 million to actually be a baby.
And beyond that, he's confidently being the player he is. It's not like he's like, man, I really got to go back and think and come back different. He's like, no. I'm going to keep talking shit. I am going to keep. There is a clip that we have to watch that I saved of him mic'd up during the game tonight. And it's Ja tweeted it. Ja
retweeted it.
I should pull it up right now, actually, and we should watch it together because it's just like, There's going to be so many more clips, I'm sure. I mean, I was at the game, like as you mentioned, so I don't.
Yeah, I've only seen that one that surfaced, but there was apparently another one of Cat instructing Ant to take threes and not drive it to the rim.
Oh my goodness, I hate
and
him.
if that's actually true,
yeah, that's just so bad.
If that actually happened.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll find out. Oops, I can't.
While you're pulling that up, though.
Yeah.
Dylan Brooks, non-factor. Kyle Anderson, barely a factor. Just that one random play that he pulled it up on D'Lo or whatever. That was interesting. Jaren Jackson Jr. didn't even feel him tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Desmond Bane, player of the night. Ja Morant, didn't even know he was on the court. For half the fucking game, we can only hear the boos. That's all I heard about Ja Morant tonight. He was there. He was impacting the game by being present. He had a triple-double, just FYI. But
I know.
I didn't feel it. I didn't feel his game at all.
No.
The only other players that kind of showed up tonight for Memphis, Brandon Clark and Tyus Jones.
And what have I been preaching? I've been preaching that these guys down the bench for them are going to be the ones that kill us. We never have to worry about the top of the line like Ja Morant's. I mean, I still do think we have to worry about Dylan Brooks and Desmond Bane, but like Ja Morant, I don't think he's a concern for us still this season, other than whatever he's going to post on Twitter that's going to make me cringe until I fall apart. But yeah, here I've got the clip pulled up, so we're gonna watch it all together, and it's gonna be a really fun time.
I only seen them at their house. Yeah, we in Minnesota now. Like I said after the media,
we
gotta come back to our house now. I only seen them at their house.
Yeah, so he's saying,
yeah, we in Minnesota.
We're in Minnesota now. He's talking to Greg Monroe, by the way.
I only seen them
he's like, I'm not even gonna talk to you.
He's like, why are you saying this? Why are you saying this right now?
Everyone knows that he's mic'd up, by the way.
Yeah. Oh
man. I will say there was a moment in the game that was early that was kind of maybe really like unprovoked. And it might have been kind of window dressing for what was to come. And I kind of commented on it on Twitter, on Discord, I was internalizing this play. And it was early in the second quarter, Patrick Beverley was out there, and he was trying to draw the third foul on Ja Morant. And it failed. We took 3 or 4 possessions to try. We got a little cocky. We got a little confident. We tried to do some things that were stupid. And that gave a little bit of momentum to Memphis. They got a 7-0 run. We took a timeout. That second quarter was so stupidly embarrassing. I want to break it down for you because let me see if I can pull it up here. That second quarter, man, let me see how good I can be here.
Yeah.
Come on. Go.
I will say 6 Cents says 28-3 Super Bowl 51 type beat. And yes, this does feel very much like that. 6 Cents.
Very first possession of the second quarter, Anthony Edwards hits a 3. And that 3 felt so pure. He was so high up when he shot that shot.
Mm-hmm.
Very next possession, Jaden McDaniels gets assisted by Patrick Beverley on a cutting layup. Exactly how we described how we need to play this game. Drive the rim. They are big, but they have holes in their games. The very next play, Nas gets a rebound, passes it, outlets out. We get Beasley with an open 3. 47-21, 26 points. How do you overcome that with a team that doesn't shoot threes?
Yeah.
The team doesn't shoot threes. Jaren Jackson tried. Ja Morant maybe tried a couple times tonight. Desmond Bane, Dylan Brooks, Tyus Jones, we're heroes in that vein. Dylan Brooks only made 1 when it was like late in the game, that when it was already out of reach for us.
Yeah.
Brandon Clark comes in and just takes this game over in the second quarter.
I don't see
anything from our team. I don't see anything.
Yeah.
We got a Patrick Beverley layup at 6 minutes, and we get a Patrick Beverley dunk at 5:45. That's actually all we did in the second quarter. I cannot believe it.
It's insane. I mean, it's insane.
No D'Lo, no Ant. after no cat.
It's
sorry
just
if I'm
so
talking
bad.
about
It's
you.
just so bad. I mean, the first and third quarter were amazing, but the second and fourth were just atrocious. We did everything right at the wrong time, and we did everything wrong also at the wrong times. um, just, just so bad. Now, Chalanga says, waiting for y'all to talk about Anthony Edwards' game tonight, passive. You're not wrong.
You're
He
not
did
wrong.
play passive. I just think that it's, I'm
might have
sure.
been
I think
reasons.
this comment came when we were kind of berating Towns, which is not done, by the way. But Towns is just in his 7th year. He's in his 7th year. He needs to figure it out. But I don't want it to be figured out here. I'm just over it. If he's going to be talking like that in the sidelines, I get it. It's a game of confidence. If you're more confident, it instills more fear into your opponents. But like, nobody's getting scared by Cat's confidence. Nobody is getting scared by that. And I know he's trying to will it into existence. It's not there. And nor is he a leader for this team. He's just not. Nobody listen. Like, Greg Monroe's not listening to him say that and be like, "Oh yeah,
Oh
Cat,
yeah, that's
top
right.
player, man. This means a lot that he's telling me
That's a
this right now."
comment.
It is just ridiculous. Also, for Cat to be saying that in this point of the game when he had scored like 4 points, maybe less. By the way, he took 4 shot attempts tonight. 4
Total.
shot attempts.
In the first quarter, Cameron?
The whole game.
That would have been low for a first quarter, actually.
Yeah. It's unreal. He has 2 free throws. He made them both, I guess. This is crazy. And honestly, since the voting's already in, I won't be surprised if he ends up on All NBA 3rd team. And then he's going to get a Supermax contract.
And that ego is going to be eggplant emoji.
How stupid do the voters look now? And guess what, Towns? They're literally never going to vote for you again because of what has happened in these playoffs. Seriously. It matters. Like, these voters only watch the national games. So it's over for him.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing anything with the comments. I don't even know where we are. I'm going back to the start where it all began. Several minutes before you came home, 20 minutes before you came home, Christian Rondo says pain.
You weren't wrong.
A couple minutes later, he says endless pain. I saw that, and he's like, I need to go outside. I need to take a walk.
Oh, God.
Yam. Shout out to ISO. I don't know if I want to get into that yet.
Oh, Bev. Well, we'll get into it in the tier list.
Coach of the Year, Finch. I will say, I do want to shout out Patrick Beverley because I think he got his team ready. I think he and Finch got this team so ready to play. It actually felt like we were the better team for a majority of this game.
Nice.
I think when no one wanted the ball, when Cat was screaming behind Jake Layman, security guard Jake Layman, and when Ant was kind of hobbled with an injury, maybe not, he was a little reluctant, passive to get the ball, as Chalanga said. We needed someone to play make.
Mm-hmm.
We needed someone to do something. I'm actually kind of okay with Patrick Beverley tonight, throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
And yeah, despite his 0 for 5 from 3 or whatever, he was at least trying to do something. Like, it was so embarrassing that no one else was doing anything. Where did D'Lo go? D'Lo was so awesome in that first half. Where the fuck did he go?
It's crazy. But do you hear that music?
Oh.
That's Timberwolves Daily music. Timberwolves Daily.
Look at that timing. I highlighted his comment at 8:14 p.m.
That's an awesome. I love that little intro there. That was good, Cam.
Welcome, Cooper. Sorry, I was like, man, I wish I had like a soundboard to play like Stone Cold Steve Austin music or something.
Exactly. Hey man, what it do? How's it going, my friend?
Honestly, horrible. I mean,
I don't even know why I asked.
Yeah, no.
What'd you have for dinner tonight?
I guess when I talk, I just smile a lot. I'm doing horrible. This sucks, man.
Both of you guys have very handsome, smileable faces.
No, I noticed it on my own stream. I'm like ranting about Cat and all that. I'm just like, it's like, bro, I fucking hate it, man. This is horrible. I don't know if swear policy. I always forget what you guys are like on here.
Oh, we have no swear policy.
Right. See, I guess you'll rip one, but man.
Hello, Western Wolf. At 25 minutes ago, he is sad.
I mean, honestly, you two take a victory lap, though, huh? Jesus.
Nah,
Oh, well,
it doesn't feel good to be.
Well,
at
you know what I
all
mean.
On
though.
the side
You're
of the
not
fence.
like a victory lap, but you were right. I mean, you and Gerald.
yeah, us and Gerald.
Unbelievable. I'm actually
And
up on my
JJ.
channel. I'm uploading the Carl Anthony Towns post-game commentary, man.
Oh,
Are
you
you?
are?
Yeah, I always try to, at least one of them, so.
Well,
Oh,
we should.
he was interviewed. That's exciting.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
excited, and honestly, I was kind of thinking, as much as it's going to be painful, let's just literally go to the bottom of our feelings pit
Exactly.
tonight,
Yeah.
and go
Can we
and
watch it
hear
together,
Carl
actually?
Anthony Towns talk.
Yeah, man.
I wanna
it's
watch it together.
rough.
Yeah,
Just
well, we
like,
should.
yeah, it's processing, so you gotta watch it on my, the views. You
Yeah,
get
no,
it,
we'll
but-
watch it on yours. We'll watch it on yours.
Yeah, we'll stream your upload.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Ugh.
man, just a rough game.
I think she's up.
One question I have for both of you guys. So, I was at the game, and obviously it's hyped the entire game, so it's really
Humble
hard
brag.
to gauge like what the feeling is at home. So for me, I mean, I was never really too high, even in those really high moments. I mean, there was like I told you, like it kind of creeped in my head in the third quarter, like, wow, I wonder if we'll make it to Game 6 because we might win out. But you
Yep.
know, for me, I was still kind of in there. I mean, the crowd's so loud at home, and I guess I'll ask you first, Cooper. How did it sound on TV? Was it really loud? Was it like impressive, or was it kind of average? Like I don't know. It's hard for me to tell.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning and, well, first and third quarter, I mean, obviously, right? It was really loud. It was obvious that we've been starving for this shit. Like, we've been waiting. We've been wanting this so bad. Target Center was erupting. I tweeted it out because John Krasinski tweeted out, like, it's a commercial break and everyone's standing. This is crazy. And I was like, this fan base, it's a basketball state. We've been starved for a competent team. We finally got it.
Damn it, dude.
Whoops. We didn't.
Whoops.
Yeah, oh my god. It's unbelievable.
Don't
But
do
yeah,
this.
the atmosphere. Yeah, it looked good on TV, but I'm wondering how Game 4 is going to look. Did you guys boo the Wolves at all? I mean,
Oh, there was booing. There was a lot of booing in the fourth quarter. I don't know if it came well on the TV, but every possession down, I mean, we were turning it over, and we were. That's a funny comment, Christian.
That's such a good comment made 35 minutes ago.
But yeah, Kobe. I saw Kobe was in the chat earlier. Grit and grind.
Kobe.
Congratulations, I guess. But,
Oh, he's a Grizzlies fan. That makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense for this comment.
yeah. Yeah, no, it was like I'm excited for game. I mean, I'm not excited for Game 4. I'm
Don't
instantly
even want to think about it right now.
very not excited, but for
I
Game
don't think
4,
they win. I don't think they win another game.
I don't think we win that, and then I don't think we win at the Grizzlies. I think they could all be blowouts, to be honest with you. But
There's so much like positive. I mean, not positivity, but just like it's only one game, guys. Don't worry. Like, no, I mean they just blew the fucking 26-point lead.
yeah,
I don't
I'm
care.
kinda-
One game, 2-1. No, this was the series. Like, I'm being. That's just the way it is.
I'm
me, at
amazed.
least.
Go ahead, Asher. Go ahead.
I don't even know where that lead, like, where was it lost? Like, who took over the game? Was it Bane? Like,
I mean, it was,
D'Lo? Was it the
technically,
D'Lo
but-
like spin, like knee cup thing that happened and didn't happen?
Oh, that was crazy.
Oh my god. Well, that
Like,
shouldn't
I
rattle
didn't
you.
feel like
That
a-
shouldn't
I
rattle
didn't
you for
think it was a
26
foul.
points. Ugh. I don't know. I don't know where it was.
I don't know where I blinked. I was trying to find out how that was an offensive foul, how that was reviewable, how that was like anything.
No, no idea.
Why did we challenge that? Like, it was a weird thing to do, but where was the run? Like, I didn't see it. We blinked and it was fucking down to 5.
Mhm.
What happened in the arena during that stint? Like, it felt like the crowd went dead.
Yeah, no, they did after that because everybody went crazy after they announced the call because they couldn't believe it. And, you know, I kind of thought that it might stand when they did it because I was like, first, why is Finch
Right.
challenging this right now? And two, you know, it's such a weird one because, sure, he kicks up his leg. I don't know the rule book enough to really go off on it, but it's like, to me, that just seems ridiculous because I don't even know how much contact there was. I was too far away, like, to really see.
It was a horrible call.
Yeah, okay, because like it seemed like not much. I do know from previous experience with Karl Anthony Towns on our team that you cannot do that. But like kick up your knee or anything in the shot motion to the defender. But it just seemed so like just ticky tack foul like that it just didn't make any sense. So yeah, the crowd was really upset after that, and I don't remember exactly what happened.
Yeah.
The sad thing is that after a game like this, my brain starts immediately trying to erase everything that has just happened in the last 3 hours.
And post game is up if you're so intrigued.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. Charles Barkley at halftime really had nothing to say other than we're kind of a dumb team. We're probably the dumbest team he's ever seen.
He called them dumb as rocks.
And dumb as rocks. And after post game, he had additionally nothing to say other than, see, I told you, they're as dumb as rocks. And shout out to the coach, too. What was he doing not calling any timeouts? The team's going on a 21-0 run.
Yeah.
No timeouts?
He ended the game with 2. Those transfer over, right?
Oh, dude, yeah? So we have 9 tomorrow?
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. I knew it.
Unbelievable.
Dude, so if we don't take any timeouts the first 5 games of the season... Oh, dude, let's see that Louis Vuitton. Diamonds in his earrings.
Okay, everybody in chat, you have to prepare yourself, okay? This is going to be the lowest that you've ever felt as a Timberwolves fan.
I'm going to hide comments for a second.
I have no clue what he's going to say, but this is going to be the lowest point of the night, lowest point of the season. Prepare yourself mentally.
There's been very... And every time it's been low, there's been a common denominator. I just want to fucking say that out loud.
Yeah. This is true. And here we go.
Carl, you guys are up 25 in the third. It seems like everything is going your way. Just how did you feel it slip away from you guys, and why couldn't you stop the bleeding when it was?
They hit shots when they needed to hit them. It's pretty simple as that. They just hit shots when they needed to hit them.
4 shots for you. Just what did you see out there, and why was it so hard for you to get involved?
Ooh.
Try my best to impact the game. Come in the paint, try to block everything. That's what the guards ask for, and I wasn't obliged by it. So anytime they come in the paint, making it, life hell for anyone, jobbing around anybody, come in the paint, try to block everything, make sure I control the paint. Rebound. If I can't get the rebound, then make sure that I box everyone else so Vando could get it. And he was fabulous in doing that. Getting all those rebounds with people getting boxed out, thrown out of bounds from me. So just doing whatever it takes to win and whatever we ask.
What's going to be the key for you guys to make sure
Been
that
doing that a lot all season too, right?
A loss like this.
Staying together, this is a tough
that?
one. It's really tough, and we got to regroup and get ready.
That watch though.
In the moments where you can feel them going on a run, how do you as a team just try and stem the tide, try and keep yourselves together? Can you learn from a moment like this going forward?
I mean, yeah, like KG said, you never lose, you learn. So just trying to find ways to, look at this film and get ready for next one.
How do you bounce back from a loss like this? How do you carry on as a team?
The same way you win the game. Come in with the mindset, desperate, do whatever it takes to win. The same way we got up 26. Same way we gotta come back next game and play. This is home court. We've been doing a great job at home, defending it. One of the best teams at home, so we gotta.
Oh, my bad.
We really gotta put our chops on the line next game and win it.
As a leader on this team, how do you go about just trying to maybe pick guys up or pick the collective mood of the team up?
Go home, drink some wine, move on to the next day. I mean, that's really simple. Just decompress. Decompress. I'm doing it right now while we're talking. So just go home. Remember what got us here. Remember, for me at least, I'm talking for myself, but remember what got me here, what got us here. Our support systems, our work, and each other. And we just gotta lean on that.
Carl, you've said during the season when teams have guarded you this way with doubles all over the floor that you're comfortable being a decoy if that opens up things for Ant or for D'Angelo or for your teammates. Is that what you saw happen tonight?
26-point lead. Making the right plays, Double team comes, make the right play, hit Ant, hit D'Lo. Don't force the issue. I know game one, I tried to make that regular season hero pass over the head. It wasn't a good idea. I learned from that one turnover, and now I think you see, ball gets in the post, I get the ball in the post. They come for the double, easy. Draw them out, just like me and KG talked about. Draw them out, get them more even farther away from everybody. Throw the ball to the top of the key or to the wing again, but don't do it over the head. Just get it over there. And, let those guys make the play and make the shots. And we did that. We did that early on. We had 26. And,
I can't believe
26 feeling good. So we saw a recipe, you know, and we saw something that was working. We just got to exploit it more.
You said you want to do whatever it takes to win, but it seems like what it will take
Sounds
to
like
win
you're lying.
for you guys is fewer
Right.
fouls.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering, I mean, is there something you can sacrifice to commit fewer fouls or somehow work around it so that this situation doesn't happen for your team?
I gotta, we gotta watch film. I gotta watch film. I'm just trying to do everything it takes. Even crashing from the outside, I've stopped that just to possibly take any idea of giving me a foul out. So, just gotta work through the adversity. Honestly, that's really it. And just stay with each other. Like I said before, stick with each other, stick with God is here, believe in what we've done all year and continue to believe in it through ups and downs like this, This one hurts. It hurts a lot, but I think we've had games this year that we've all seen that those losses hurt and we bounce back. So hopefully, I hope that we could do the same thing right now.
He's out rebounding them for most of the game. What do you think flipped in the fourth where they really kind of dominated the glass?
We gave them confidence. They hit some shots. We started finally having confidence in the game, and that translated to more energy. And that more energy, that we're getting those crazy, high flying tip outs to the 3-point line or the long rebounds happen. So we gotta be better. We just gotta be better, Just get in the ball and do whatever whatever's got us here.
How do you find the balance of making the right play, like you said, that worked so well for 3 quarters, and maybe having to try something else when I think everybody else went 1 for 15 combined in the fourth?
Just gotta watch film. Just watch film.
Fuck up. Okay.
And from cat, we go to a goat.
Oh god.
Whoa, Gerald!
Time to hash it out. It's time to hash it out right
man.
now. Right
Look out.
Oh boy.
Yes.
This
All right.
right here is the brain trust.
now. Yeah.
Oh,
Gerald, what's up? How you
Welcome,
doing?
Gerald.
Guys,
For anybody
What do you have for
new
dinner? I don't
here,
wanna know what
Gerald,
you do.
you've seen Gerald in the chat a million times, but Gerald.
It's just the Karl Anthony Towns table pound here. Just gonna give my answer. God damn, dude, I'm done. I'm with you. I've been on, in my own little corner just like this all year, kind of straying from you guys. Oh, the Towns talk is too negative. Come on, he's MVP. Where the hell did Ashwin go? But but I'm joining. I think I'm on your side now. You've got me. You won. All right, you won.
you know what the worst part is? It doesn't feel good.
Oh, I hope not.
I wanted success for him, probably more than his biggest fans. Like, I want to be wrong. I want this team to be good, but some things are just so obvious. And sometimes they just appear to people earlier than other people. I get it. Look how long, I did it too. I was guilty of it. Look how long we held on to Wiggins and we're like,
Yeah.
Oh god.
this guy, right?
Yeah. I was right on Wiggins at least, but Townsend.
Really? See, I held on to him because I was like, oh man, he's going to figure it out. And then, well, we all know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jake Erickson, the overhead, the pass. I hate that he says that he's learned that because he didn't do it tonight, but
Figured it out.
who seriously, after last game, seeing him do that, would believe that he's like, yep, I learned. I'm never going to do it again because that's what I do. I'm Karl Anthony Towns. I learned from one mistake. Never.
Right.
Ever.
That's a good point.
Like,
Unbelievable.
This is Karl Anthony Towns who has committed. We're going to look back at this season and see how many fouls Towns has averaged on a game basis.
Did you guys see sorry to interrupt completely, but the stat Alan Horton put out, 35 offensive fouls in the last 18 games, I think it was.
Oh my
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Cat.
my
I'm gonna
goodness.
double check that because that's absurd.
2 a
But yeah,
game.
hang on.
Believable. And it's believable. I don't think
He's
any
I
fan.
think he had, I
offering
think he had
action
3 in a
is
60-point game.
They're decisions. Like his offensive fouls are decisions. They're not like, oh, I'm driving in the lane, so you
Always.
happen to step in front of me. It's not. It's a decision.
That's true.
25. I apologize.
Okay, but
Might as
still,
well be
Yeah, I mean,
35.
right. Yeah.
man, that is just so bad.
Yeah, what's up? So, Gerald, do you want to comment on what you saw this game and what you felt during the first quarter, and then what you and I collectively unraveled together and saw in the second half?
I can, but I don't necessarily want to jump on the soapbox. What I want to do is give people,
Come on.
After this game, I did what I always do. I hit up every single live stream that's possible, right? That's what I do. And let me tell you, guys, they killed the spirit. They killed the spirit tonight, and I think people open their eyes. It's sad. Yeah, dude. It's pretty sad. But here's the good message. I think people noticed that we can't do it. We just can't do it anymore. And that's the hardest part, is getting over the hump, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once enough people get over the hump, things are going to change. And it's up to the Minnesota fans. I see the same comment in every single stream. This is how it is in Minnesota. This is Minnesota sports. But at some point, guys, it's our fault as fans. We got to demand actual change, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I had a
We're
message,
going to unionize.
that game 4 ticket, if I had game 4 tickets, I would call up right now and say, I want a refund if Cat's playing. They aren't going to give you a refund, but it's the message, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Call them anyway. They won't know.
And we don't have to put up with this as fans. Like, if you look at everyone else's fans, the big successful franchises, the fans are out there like stomping their feet saying, we want more than just a playoff appearance. Because I wanted this playoff appearance too, but this is embarrassing, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So like at this point, I'm like, cut our losses. We got the playoff experience. Sit in, don't let them get injured. Play scrubs. Let's just end this, right? And fix it for next year, because it's just too much to deal with.
Question. Once you're done.
No, I'm done.
Okay. Do you guys think there's any chance at all he's not getting that $200 million over 4 years this offseason? I think
he's not going to get it.
You don't think so?
Unless it's a sign and trade, why would you give it to him?
I think he gets it. I think
there's 100% he's getting that extension.
Not if we fix it, guys. It doesn't have to happen.
I mean, come on.
You gotta complain. Be like me. Get on it. Just start flaming.
I mean,
everyone.
right, but
you gotta get after it if you want it. I don't know.
I think he's definitely getting that $50 million per year this offseason, man.
You are probably right. And
yeah, I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying I think that's just how it's going. D'Lo won't. He won't get his max, but Cat's getting that max extension.
Yeah.
Super max. Yeah.
I don't want to be talking about this. I don't want to be thinking about this.
Sorry, bro. Just saying.
That first quarter, man, made me fucking believe, because we weren't featuring Cat at all.
Yeah.
We were featuring everyone collectively, driving the paint, making shots, of course, but like also playing for each other. Beasley getting up for rebounds, Beasley making those transition threes. It felt incredible to have that moment, honestly, as a fan. Like, it all kind of culminated into that moment. Be like, I cannot believe I'm losing my voice over this team right now. I got home early for this, and it worked in my favor. I don't know how a playoff team who has won 46 games can score 12 points in the fourth quarter and close out a game on several mini runs, but one giant run overwhelmingly in the fourth quarter, where they outscored us by 20 plus.
37-12, right?
I can explain why, and it'll also explain why we will not win a single game from here on out.
Oh, that sucks.
Dude, the team knows, right? As soon as Carl does that thing, they know. Morale drops. They stop trying. We lose it. Then we make a miraculous comeback because we work super hard. Carl comes back in, does it again. Morale drops again. Mm-hmm. The team knows. People are giving Finch a lot of crap too, but Finch knows that Cat is the most unstable player on earth. There's a lot of things he can't say to him. Yeah, no, okay. The no timeout thing, totally real.
Okay.
Like, yes, he made big mistakes, right? But in general, like as a season and with Carl in general, there's nothing he can do to him. Like, what can he say to Cat? Like, I don't think
he's probably said it all. He's probably said it all. Yeah.
And Pat Bev said it all. Everybody said it all.
Yes. And Pat Bev, can you imagine?
like if you're not going to be taking advice from Pat Bev, who's the only real veteran on this team, it's like insanity to me. And Gerald, I have a kind of similar take to you. This team has been bad, and Minnesota sports has been bad forever. We talk about it all the time. There's always some heartbreak involved, even on the successful years. And of course, I think in some ways we can't view it as like championships or bust, even though that is what sports are in some ways. Like this is a building block season, and I didn't necessarily. I picked Grizzlies in 7, and now I've switched that now after today to Grizzlies in 5. but like this is one of those moments where you can capture a fan base, even if you don't win the series. You just have to capture the fans, get them on board for momentum going into another season. And the first game in Memphis was one of those moments. They raised ticket prices 50+%. Not just resale tickets. The Timberwolves raised their actual prices for tickets for nosebleed upper bowl tickets from like 20 to 50. Actually, that's over 100%. They went insane. And people bought tickets. They were lucky that we had all these days in between to like really kind of settle into feeling like, wow, we're 1-1. We just won the play-in game. We won the first game against the Grizzlies. Lost the second badly, but still we're 1-1, and now we're coming home. They had the momentum, and I think tonight is just such a gut punch to any momentum that now it's just a different level. It's not like a different city where like, oh, the team, like the fans could just brush this off and be like, well, we're always usually pretty good. That's not the case. In Minnesota, we've been bad for so long that we need repetitive competitive rhyming accidentally repetitive success over and over and over again for the fan base to truly believe in it.
So we believe, we just don't have a reason to have confidence.
Yeah
Like the Minnesota fans believe, they want to believe, they'll jump on the belief fast, but we never really have confidence, right? Like tonight going in the game, did any of you guys have confidence?
No,
I was just kind of like,
I did.
I did.
I had a fuck done.
40% we win, maybe.
It was the best feeling in the world for 14 and a half minutes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, right at the start of the game, that was awesome.
I thought they were going to take this game and either win in 6, lose in 7, but I thought
actually
they were going to win.
Actually, even more confidently. Pre-game, I felt good. Pre-game, I felt good. And then right at that third quarter, we built it back up to 25. I felt like, all right, this can't happen again.
I was sitting back, relaxed. Like, it's over, bro. Yeah. Legitimately.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. So, and, I don't want to take up all of your time, you guys. So if you guys have to run, like, kind of like, let's say our, final prayers and whatever. But Cat had four shot attempts. And it's kind of common knowledge that, a center doesn't, like, run the offense. A center doesn't bring the ball up typically. Jokic is an outlier. How do we get Cat the ball? How do we get Cat involved? Because apparently he can't get himself involved. He can't get himself open.
Yeah.
Because Desmond Bain guards him and pushes him off.
That's the thing. Then it's just lost. If he can't get himself open on any matchup, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's where the argument to move him to a power forward helps. Like that's my only saving thing for Cat, because there's a lot of things we can do if he's not trying to take stuff in the post all the time. Like you can run him around the 3-point line and get him shots. But I've been saying all season, I think I've said it here a couple times, like Cat plus more shots doesn't equal more points. Like he's awesome at 10 to 15 shots. He's awesome. Anything over that, he just forces, because he's just the guy you can't get clear, good looks with him. He's slow. He's not like, imagine how easy it is to react as a defender as he's running around.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to happen. It doesn't work with good 3-pointing shooting centers. There's just no framework to go off of on that. Like you could say Dirk, but he wasn't even a center. He was a power forward or whatever. It's not going to work, guys. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
I
agree, because like, and I kind of what Coop was saying, if he can't create for himself, what good is he? What good is he? He can't defend without fouling. He can barely. His creating offense is sometimes 50% of the time offensive fouls. So it's like, really, what is his role if he he's a regular season player. Ashton was saying this the other day. I think he is a Kevin Love. He is a, I
Kirk
can't even think of the other
Cousins.
players.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
A lot of people are saying Kirk Cousins now.
I think Kirk Cousins is. I mean, this is like a weird comparison, but I think Kirk Cousins is better than Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, I just
at basketball.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, Cat's got the skill. He just doesn't. He's a 14-year-old out there. Like he's a spoiled 14-year-old that his parents never told him, "Listen, dude, just man up."
Yeah. So like Philly has a heavy dosage of Embiid on the offense, where they have him kind of come up late, and then we give him the possession right at the key. Very similar to what we do with Cat. However, Cat black holes immediately. Embiid does a post up, Embiid drives to the rim, Embiid gets the calls to the line. The Cat does this like weird, turns his back.
Yes, he is back. Yep, you got it.
And that's basically a call for Memphis to double him. We've done that so often in the series. Is there something else that we can kind of like extract out of this? Because I'm feeling kind of negative about Cat, of course, we all are, but we have him for at least for the rest of the series. So like, what can we do? And is this a pinch
years, boys?
Potentially a pinch issue? This is potentially a pinch issue, but what can we do to get Cat attempts right now?
I have no idea. Like genuinely, I just have no clue.
So he has to figure it out. I mean, you called it. His problem is when he gets the ball, he turns his back. He can't see anyone to pass to. Double teams come, and then he's got one, maybe two options to pass it to, and it's easy to cut that off. Embiid, when he gets the ball, he faces and looks at the rim.
Yeah,
it's
night and day.
He just has the wrong fundamentals. I mean,
well, he's not even taking comment right there from Christian. Like he's not even taking his usual jump shots right now. He took that too late in the fourth, right? And he made it. It's like, what do you do? Like I don't care. Malik Beasley shoots with 8 dudes on him. Cat, if there's a guy on you, you're 7 feet tall. Just shoot a jump shot once in a while too. Like I don't know.
I think part of it too, and this may be a low blow, but like part of it too, I think he realized he had low points after the half, and he was just like, I'm going to try and not shoot, so at least I have the excuse where I only got 5 shots.
Ooh, I hate that. I hate that might be true. I don't like that. I don't want to be thinking like this. There's this like next game mentality that he's doing. Big brain bullshit. Carlito to the ground. Cat in that post-game interview was talking about how he was like, yeah, Dane Moore, you're dumb because we had a 26-point lead. Doesn't matter. I only have 4 shots. I don't know. I'm pretty sad about that. I don't know what to do either other than maybe like kind of, bring like a screen for Cat to get open for a quick 3. That's all I got.
Here's what I say.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is you just have to rely on D'Lo and Ant because D'Lo and Ant have to get going. And if they get going, then they're going to have to double them and then Towns will be open.
Yep.
Then he'll have opportunities. And I think he can convert on those opportunities. I really do. But you have to run an Ant first offense or D'Lo first offense, but preferably Ant.
Yeah. That's your best option.
Yeah. Memphis has kind of figured some shit out right now. And it's not like they're adjusting like massively, but they have shortened their rotation significantly.
Yeah,
they are almost
Steven Adams, and we don't know what to do, man. It's like
they're almost at a point where they're not even playing Kyle Anderson. In the second half, they started Brandon Clark. They're down to a 7, maybe 8-man rotation with Tyus Jones and Xavier Tillman. I'm not like trying to like lead some sort of like conference call here or anything, but like, okay, so they're adjusting. And it's working.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do for game 4? We found some things pretty cool here in the game. That first quarter was all offense, all defense. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I'll start
out working.
Yeah, I'll say I think exactly what I just said. We have to and Christian Rondo's got a great point, and it's not incorrect. D'Lo and Ant aren't consistent enough, unfortunately. That's what we have to live with because there's just no option of letting Cat take over. That's not a thing that's going to happen in this series. It has to be through Ant and D'Lo, and if Ant and D'Lo are off, then we lose right now. That's how our team is currently constructed, and some of that is the construction of the team. Maybe Gupta not going out there and getting players, but some of that is Anthony Edwards is 20. He needs more time, and he needs more reps even. The offseason, we only worked on defense. We didn't even work on offense. So, there's all these things like, we're in a situation right now, which is where if we take this terrible, terrible loss and just pretend that it was just a regular loss, like, sure, I still think the Grizzlies win this series, but like we've gained something this year from this series and playoff experience with Ant, D'Lo, and Cat, to know what we can do going forward. We're learning that we cannot trust Cat in these situations like we do in regular season games. We're also learning that D'Lo apparently comes to play a lot more than he does in the regular season in important games, as well as Ant. But yeah, it's something that we're going to have to live with. We have to live or die with Ant or D'Lo, both of them probably going off.
All right, before anyone says anything, I'm going to head out. This is horrible for me mentally, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, TD, we love you, man.
Yeah, absolutely, boys.
You are the GOAT.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I know you
Also-
wanted to be here for like 5-10 minutes, and it turned into a 45-minute hangout session with people you really wouldn't want to hang out with right now.
Right. But no, I always knew it would happen.
Drink some wine, decompress.
And decompress.
Yeah.
Sorry, but he was asked, how do you plan to lead this team after this loss? I'm going to head home, drink some wine, and decompress. So, see you boys on the other side.
Can you imagine that locker room, dude?
Oh, my God. So I can't keep going. I got to go. Stop
All
it.
right. Bye, Coop. Check out Timberwolves Daily, everybody.
Please do
I
that.
should let you guys just go at it, too, all right? I think I said my piece. Does
All
that
right.
feel good?
All right, man.
All right.
It was
Yeah,
good
you
to see
guys
you as
look
well,
great.
Gerald.
Have a good
And then
tier
there were
list.
two.
Have a good tier list.
How do I leave? Do I just close out the browser? I've
Yeah,
never
just
done
I'll
hit
that.
kick you. It's gonna feel so good.
See ya.
Why?
There we go. All right. Well, I guess it's tier list time, right?
It is. Let's cry together. D'Lo impressed the fuck out of me tonight overall.
Yeah.
I think there was a point in the game where he stopped showing, and that was a turning point for me in this game. We built it back up to 25 in the third quarter, but I didn't really see D'Lo at all in the rest of that game. D'Lo on managing emotions when Memphis goes on runs. The emotion in the building from the fans should be the only emotion from our team. I think we got too high, and it comes back and it haunts us. I think we should learn and even keel and stay locked in from that moment. D'Angelo Russell says, I think this series is all about defense. I don't think it has anything to do with our offense. I agree. I think we are a make or miss team. We are stupid. We are so stupid. This team has so many holes to this roster. Memphis has kind of figured out, what's really crazy? It feels organic, but we have built this team through a lot of trades.
Yeah, and it does. Exactly. I've been thinking this all year.
And there are some moments where there's reasons like why we're not feeling each other out, and this is like we haven't been building it from together.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many trades that have kind of built this team that people want to show up and show out, and then maybe get a better contract, whatever. Memphis is all through the draft. I don't know a trade other than like Tyus Jones. They have built that team from bottom. That means no Paul Gasol, no Marc Gasol, no Mike Conley, no Tony Allen, no Zebo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who else was on the team, but they rebuilt. Ja Morant had a bad game, still had a triple-double, still impacted this game. We still had to plan the fuck out of the game against him. And it was crazy to see that through rebuilding sessions, you can kind of find a core that can run with you. The most valuable pick, in my opinion, of course, is Ja Morant, was Desmond Bane.
Yeah.
Desmond Bane, who came in fourth place in the three-point contest. I think the three-point contest winner should potentially make three-point shots.
Yeah.
At least take them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
There's something to be said, and there's a lot of things to be said about this game, but D'Lo's impact early was awesome and felt. One of the better players tonight, in my opinion, first half. Ant's impact was felt in bursts.
Yeah.
And then I kind of gave him a pass when he felt a little injured and felt a little hobbled, and I was like, maybe he's just kind of thinking about it too much, and he's a young kid. There is no pass for Karl Anthony Towns.
None.
There is no more excuses left in his fucking Gucci bag.
In his toolbox.
My bad.
Probably Gucci though, but yes. Well, let's just dive right in. We got a couple quick ones right off the bat. Torian Prince only played 6 minutes. Didn't really contribute that much. No points, an assist, a rebound. Honestly, this is probably a D. I don't want to give it Wancho, but like,
man, you are out of we are out of gas, aren't we?
Well, I mean, there's a point in the season where you can tell it's over, and it's tonight. It's tonight. I won't be, if we lose on Saturday, the post game, I won't be so sad. I won't be like so down because I will expect it by then. And same with Game 5, I will expect it. So I'm just at the point of acceptance. So yes, gas is out.
There was a Glenn Taylor vote as well as majority plurality. Torian Prince was a D tonight. I don't have any comments other than he played tonight. I actually didn't know if he was going to.
Yeah.
Because for the first quarter, I didn't see him.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got that third foul on Cat, and I think that's when TP actually did show up.
Yep. Well, next up, Naz Reid, 3 points, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks, 1 of 5 shooting. 5 personal fouls in 10 minutes. I feel like this is Wancho, maybe Glenn Taylor.
Well, if you're just going on instincts, you would be right. It's split. It's a D, or is it Glenn Taylor, or is it Wancho? Everyone went with Wancho.
Okay.
His best play was a hard fall on Xavier Tillman in the first quarter. Yeah. That was his best play. He had that and one, which was awesome, and I felt his emotion when he was on the ground screaming.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know, man. They got Xavier Tillman kicking our ass. They got Brandon Clark kicking our ass, and we have Naz Reid.
Yeah, and I'm just so not surprised by those players killing us. I'm just not. It's what I expected coming into this series. But, yeah, Naz has had some. I mean, the reason I say Glenn Taylor, maybe not lean towards Glenn Taylor, but like he has done as many games now where he's had bad games. But you're right, he had a couple redeeming moments, maybe one, but yeah, just bad. Next up, Jaden. Jaden had 8 points in 21 minutes. Hit 2 big threes. He was 3 of 7 shooting. Only had 2 personal fouls. Did not fulfill my wish of using him as a foul machine, but we did use everybody else as a foul machine. Jaden tonight, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of thinking a C. Defensively, he was there, but man, I don't know. I guess a C.
Yeah, I'm with you, as is the majority of the tier list, the pop and tier list.
Mm-hmm.
A couple people with a B. You know what? That spark by Jaden McDaniels is pretty incredible. Mm-hmm. That second point, the 2-point half free throw line shot was awesome, as well as his block into a transition 3 was killer. And then he made another 3 from the same spot, pointed at Memphis's bench. That was killer.
Yeah.
He was talking trash to Ja on the court, and I loved it.
Was he?
Yeah, dude, he was clapping at him.
Oh, man.
It was great. Yeah, of course there's screens, and then you get switched, and then you're not guarding Ja, but, like, man, I love that emotion, that raw emotion that comes out on the court.
Yeah.
He had a hard time doing anything on this game other than those 2 minutes where he scored. He was getting boxed out. He was getting pushed in the back. He was getting all sorts of manhandled, and he's a young, fragile, stick out there. Yeah. He needs 20 points of muscle. 20 points. He needs 20 points, but he also needs 20 pounds of muscle.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to get it for maybe 4 or 5 off seasons. So he's a project. He's playing significant minutes on a significant and that's a significant role on a team that needs to be significant. I don't know. I don't have any problems with him right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I think that's fine.
There was a Glenn Taylor vote, though. Oh, that's because everyone's a Glenn Taylor to someone.
Yeah, really?
I just saw that.
Malik Beasley, 11 points in 25 minutes, only 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. He was 4 of 12 shooting. Had a merciful bounce on one of the 3s that he hit too. But he was a team high -21.
Yeah. Before you give your grade,
yep,
I don't think you should be harping on that -21. And now, what's your grade?
I think it's a D.
D for defense?
Sure. I don't even know. I mean, what did the Discord say?
Maybe the most split out of everyone. There was a couple people went with the B, a couple people went with the C, a couple people went with the D, and a Glenn Taylor. which will kind of vote out the extremities there. I think he's at least a C. I thought he had the energy of a bull tonight, man. I thought he was one of our best players in that first stint, man. That was insane. I didn't see him that second half though, and that's another problem with me. Like this game was all about what happened that first quarter, what got us there, and then what we did to build back up the lead. But we didn't do anything other than that.
Yeah.
We were so inept on offense in those moments where it mattered the most. Beasley gives us another shot. Beasley gives us a look. At least find Beasley. If Cat's not shooting the ball, if Ant's hesitant, if D'Lo is nowhere to be found all of a sudden, I don't really want Beverly taking overall and taking all the shots.
Yeah.
Find Beasley. I'm cool with D tier. I'm cool with it. Godfrey says D tier.
Okay.
But I also agree. Christian Rondo brings that good energy, spreads the floor, even when his shot isn't falling. He does. And I thought his first half stint was awesome. But, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think his first stint was awesome, and I think he's come out in these playoffs with a lot of energy every time he comes out. I think
fucking dunk it on Jaren Jackson.
I know that was crazy. I would have fainted. Yeah, he comes out with his energy, but then we get to a point in the game. This is kind of going more general when we're talking about specifics, but like Memphis is just able to get their players open. We are not.
Yeah. What gives?
Yeah, they can get Dylan Brooks wide open looks. They can get Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson even. They're getting open looks for three. Beasley is getting not open looks for three. And he is not only just not open, he's like heavily contested. So he has to make these crazy shots, which sometimes he does, but we need him to be getting open threes by just having a better offense installed for him. But
we don't really set good screens as a team, right? Like, I don't really find that wide open. Like, how the fuck did he just get wide open? Oh, there was a sick screen set by someone.
Yeah.
I don't see that in our team. We're just like kind of, I don't know. It feels like a college game at times with this team where we like try to drive to the rim and we don't find a hole to do a layup, a float, or anything, and we have to kick it back out for the three, costing 6 seconds. That's classic college bullshit where they're like, oh, I gotta do the ISO dumb shit, and then drive and fail, and then get bailed out by some random person open. I'm watching this game being like, what the hell happened? Where's the offense? Where's the flow? Where's the passing? Where's the quick swing? The pick and roll should be in our bread and butter, and Cat goes out with 3 fouls. We don't have it anymore. Nas can't set good screens. Vando can, but he's hustling for rebounds. We have to rely on our guards to set screens.
Yeah.
They got Brandon Clark setting insane screens. They got Xavier Tillman at least trying. Man, it was so awesome to watch, like, Ja being insignificant. But, like, if we can't find offense, it's got to, like, fall on the coach. It's got to fall on the point guards of our team who was carrying us in that first half. But, man, it's a 48-minute game. It was so crazy to just, like, watch just dumb, exposed offense. Like, players that just didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting down again. I'm so down.
I'm so sorry, man. I feel like I want to shut up and just let us get through this.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, next up, let's actually do Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt actually had a pretty good game. I know I'm kind of spoiling it, but he had a good game. 10 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. He was only 2 of 8 shooting. I don't even remember him taking 8 shots somehow. 5 fouls. A lot of those came, I think, late in the game, though, because I think he only had 2 sometime in the third quarter. But had a ton of rebounds, had a ton of free throws. He was 6 of 8 from the line. Are you ready to grade Jared Vanderbilt?
Yeah, man.
3, 2, 1, B.
A.
No.
I almost want to say A1. I thought he was the soul of our team, where Beverly was the heart in that first start, and got all of us going. Got the extra fouls on JJ, got those extra offensive rebounds. It was incredible to watch. He was also a factor coming from game 2, an absolute dud. We said play with heart, play with energy, foul the fuck out if you want. He almost did, but he also kicked ass. He was my favorite player on this team tonight. I love what I saw. Majority of the audience said A tier. There's a couple there's a couple trolls, I think. Yep, there's a couple trolls. There's a couple Glenn Taylors, but that's okay. That's because we lost.
Yeah. um,
What did you see out there, man?
yeah, I mean, I agree. You know, I thought he was, you know, you've convinced me up to an A because, yeah, I think he was the soul out there in the beginning. He was getting all those rebounds and, as you said, drawing fouls. He actually drew a couple fouls that also were not called at times that were kind of frustrating. But yeah, he was out there. I mean, he's getting free throws, and he's not a terrible free throw shooter. So I'm okay with that. 6 of his rebounds were offensive. So that's a good game. And this is a good Vanderbilt game. You know, I will say when we've been talking recently about Vando and about how it's like maybe he shouldn't even be in the starting lineup anymore, at least with certain matchups. Tonight it changed my mind. I'm like, man, he's just so important defensively. Every time we took Vando out of the game, it seemed like that's when runs started to happen for Memphis. He's just so important defensively. And rebounding wise, I mean, obviously he's their top rebounder by like double anybody else. So it just shows that it's an effort thing. And I know this is me bringing it back to another thing, but like, you know, he's out there putting his effort. He's not the best player on the court, nor is he even one of the 5 best players or the 6 or the 7 or the 8 best players on the court for the Timberwolves, but he makes up for it with effort. And I wish I could say the same about everybody, but I think it's an A. I think it's an A for Vanderbilt tonight.
Absolutely.
But next up, we will do D'Angelo Russell. D'Lo, 22 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 9 of 21 shooting, 4 of 8 from 3. Did have 3 turnovers, but this is I mean, you know, 8 assists to 3 turnovers. Are you ready to grade D'Lo?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, B.
C. Ooh.
I'm a little uncertain.
Ooh.
Just because I think I am basing this a little bit more off of how like he has been really inconsistent lately as of the last couple months. And it's just nice to see him have good games. Or maybe not good, but like, you know, it's funny. I think I even graded. I think I did the grades in the tier list tonight. I don't even know if I'm following the grades that I did in the tier list, but in the Discord. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like there were times out there where D'Lo was making plays. He's making better passes. It felt a lot better than the last game, but the last game was so bad for him. But then, as with the Timberwolves, it just fell apart in the fourth quarter. It just fell apart. Bad decision making, bad shot attempts. Just never really felt truly fully there. So you said C?
I want to give it an A1 until I saw him disappear completely.
Mm-hmm.
And how to disappear completely, take a lesson out of D'Lo. I watched the second half. I don't know where he went. He just chucked a couple times and was a turnstile on defense. Where was that energy? Where was that hustle? Where was that flow? Where was that creation of shots and offense? When our team was trying to find offense, we had no D'Lo whatsoever. When they went on those runs late in that fourth quarter, there was no D'Lo whatsoever. That was like a 32-6 run to close the game. Maybe, I think probably more.
Yeah.
No D'Lo. Not impressed. However, I will say that first half stint got me jumped, got me hyped, because we need playoff D'Lo here. We need someone who's going to be coming up for those games. Like, as you said earlier in the broadcast, he seems like someone who could probably be, like, he's our X factor. When he's on, like, we look like a different team.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Agreed. What did the Discord say?
Yeah, so you did go with a B, and it's split pretty much 50-50 with B and a C. He was one of our better players tonight. I think that's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
So I will be with whatever you say, even if it's a C. I don't care. He was one of our better players tonight.
I think I'm gonna give him a C plus.
Yeah.
C plus.
Look at that plus.
Yeah. Next up, Patrick Beverly. Pat Bev, 14 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 blocks.
Incredible.
5 of 13 shooting, 0 of 5 from 3, and really his threes look pretty bad tonight. Did get to the line a couple times for some and ones. Did have 4 personal fouls, but
That's fine.
Yep, that's what I expect. Are you ready to 3, 2, 1 it?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, A.
C.
What did you say?
I said C.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, I my grade is similar to D'Lo's, just because the beginning of the game was incredible. They were just so unprepared for Pat Bev to be the main ball handler and driving and kicking and driving and scoring. It was incredible. It got the crowd going crazy. Pat Bev dunked tonight, as did D'Lo. To me,
that was fucking awesome.
I thought that it was always something Pat Bev related when we were going on our runs. It was. I thought it was a really good night from him. Defensively, insane. 3 steals, 2 blocks. Man, I don't know. I just thought this was a really good game from Pat Bev. But the things that I said, the shots, there were some really bad shots that he was taking. Just like kind of uncertain shots where he was taking threes at times and he missed every single 3. It was just bad. But at the same time, he again, kind of like Vando, he's the heart and soul of our team. And I thought he played a huge role for us, I guess, in a loss, but
I'd be fine with an A actually, but I say C to kind of trust my instincts of what I ended up seeing this game result in. One of the most fun first quarters. I will say this over and over and over again, man, because it cannot be stated enough.
Mm-hmm.
He brought so much life to this team, but so much life to this team in this game. That first quarter, that first stint was incredible. That was a bit of a fucking reach by Finch to say, hey Bev, go at Ja early, 1-on-1. Let's kind of space the floor for you to do so. Let's get Ja in foul trouble. That's kind of an incredible take.
Yeah.
And it was working, and it was succeeding, and we got some A1s and ones, and we got that Ja is small taunt, and it really kind of lifted everyone. No one was sitting down in the stands, man. It was deafening to watch on the broadcast. Okay, it's also on Beverly in the end of the game to realize, yeah, you're not that dude to take over a game. You do it on all other aspects of the game, on the floor mostly, not with the ball in your hands. It was incredible to watch for a moment, but when you have tired legs like you do, you can't be taking threes. You are wide open. They let you wide open for a reason. It's because you haven't been able to prove it from downtown really much at all. You're kind of a standard, 3-point shooter, play 35 to 40%. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But you haven't been that consistent, and especially in the postseason, your tired legs will get you short every time, and that's what happened every time.
Yeah.
He needs to realize that, because I realized that, and I was like, no, don't shoot that 3.
Yeah.
From the confines of my apartment.
Yeah.
But I give it a pass in a lot of ways because we had no one else wanting the ball. I wanted Ant to take over. The Ant drive to the rim for free throws. I was like, okay, here's got to be something. There's got to be something right here for the next 2 minutes. We got to see nothing but Ant drives. We didn't see it again because Patrick Beverly had the ball in his hands. So, A1 first quarter, C middle tier for the rest of the game, in my opinion. So I'm kind of cool with whatever. Let's get through this fucking tier list.
Well, I'm gonna say, what did the Discord say?
Godfrey, I before I look at the Godfrey, all I'm thinking about is Godfrey. Is Pat Bev our heart and soul, and we can just crap the bed in mythical meltdown? I don't even think I'm reading this correctly. But how good is he? I don't think I can answer that, Godfrey, but I feel like it's not on him.
Whisperer.
He's a whisperer. Yeah, he's a whisperer. He can't do it all, man. He's never been an offensive threat at all. On any level, and so maybe he was on some level, but not on the professional level. And so now that we've given him some reins to show some shot creation, it's pretty awesome to see. However, it can fucking backfire. Patrick Beverly in Discord was a C. There was an A by you.
Yeah.
There was a Wancho by. Oh no, there was a D by Gerald. There was a Glenn Taylor by JJ. And everyone else. Yes. The massive participation went with the C. I'm fine to be wrong on this, and it doesn't have to be right or wrong or whatever, but I
mean,
feel
yeah.
strongly that it was an A1 until the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree, and I'm gonna go with what the Discord says because, it doesn't matter. All right, let's actually do Ant first. So Ant, 19 points in 40 minutes. Played 40 minutes even though he was injured for a little while. 19 minutes. Oh my God, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. He was 6 of 13 shooting, 4 of 9 from 3. Missed a couple free throws tonight. Had a couple turnovers, but ready to grade.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. C. What did you say?
Yep. I said C as well. I thought it was awesome that. That's a pretty interesting comment. I think ever since he went to ESPN for that interview, right? No. I think he found that the energy was high on the team, and he didn't need to force anything. And he got his threes up, and they were going in. He was feeling hot because when there was the and one, he was screaming for Beasley when he got that block or whatever it was. It was so cool to watch, even from the sidelines. I think he hurt himself, and then it got into his head, as it always does, as we actually have seen with evidence for a good chunk of the season. He falls into I don't know what to do right now. I can't really push the pace. And apparently Cat told him to stop going to the rim.
I can't stand him. I cannot stand him. Yeah, I agree. Ant's a C. I wish it would have been a little bit better, but like I said earlier, we're gonna have to live and die with Ant as we're gonna have to live and die with a 20-year-old controlling our team, because we cannot rely on the 27, 26-year-old that has had 7 years in the league.
Okay. Guarantee you, I'm going to feel so much better about how we lose this series if we just ride with Ant.
100%.
If Ant just gets to learn.
Yeah.
If Ant gets 60 possessions a game to do what the fuck he wants, how he wants to control, how he figures it out. I want that, because it's not working. How it's working, it's not been working. We are trying to figure something out, but it's not a job right now. It's it's life. It feels so fucking full in my heart when I'm fucking watching this team scream my ass off. The team gets a full sold-out arena. 19,000 plus hasn't been that packed since 2004.
Yeah.
And we dropped the fucking bed, man. I don't know what that expression is. We dropped. We should give it all on the floor, man. And we look like fucking pacifiers out there, just babies with little things in our mouths being like, man, take me home.
Seriously, we did. We just didn't care.
Cat took 4 shots, and he's our $40 million player. Let's just round it up to $75 million player. That's what I meant to say. Shit the bed, drop the floor. What did I say? There it is. Thank you. But I don't like how we lost game 2, and I think this was the worst fucking loss I've experienced in game 3. So I don't want any more surprises. I don't want anything unique to happen. I want us to come back to what it was the first quarter and dissect that and take all the positives out of it, because they only scored 100 and whatever points. They didn't pop off for 130. Our defense played pretty fucking well.
Yeah.
We gave a lot of energy and a lot of output on defensive end. We didn't make shots. Where those shots came from, lots of Beverly, lots of others, not Ant. Ant had a pretty efficient night. I'll shut up now. Ant had a pretty efficient night. I want to see him take 20 shots tomorrow on Saturday.
Yeah, same. I do too. If I'm really reeling myself in here and trying to put out all of my bad thoughts from today, realistically, what we wanted out of a 7-game series, and why I wanted a 7-game series, regardless of against who it was, I just wanted experience for these guys, so that they can learn going forward. Because no, of course the Timberwolves aren't going to the finals this year. Of course they shouldn't win this first round. It's a 2-7 matchup. 7s aren't supposed to beat 2s, so it's not supposed to happen. Now, it's frustrating because we had it in our grasp tonight. We could have easily taken such a huge advantage on the series. I think there was some stat, maybe Gerald was sharing it, but whoever wins game 3, or some up 1-1, or after it's tied 1-1 goes up 2-1, like it's like a 75% chance they win the series or something like that. And it certainly felt like that was likely. But it didn't tonight. And we're on to our last player, Karl Anthony Towns. Before we kind of preview the next game, Karl Anthony Towns, who will be commanding 35% of our salary going forward, played 32 minutes, had 8 points, not 18, not 28, 8, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, apparently had 5 blocks. What? 5 blocks.
Yeah.
He had more blocks than he had shot attempts. He was 3 of 4 shooting, not from 3, not from the line, total 3 of 4. I said 5, 3 of 4. He had 4 turnovers, 5 personal fouls. Chat, you need to get your grades in for Cat. But me and Ashwin already know what our grade is. Are you ready to 3, 2, 1?
No. Take it from here.
Okay.
I'm abstaining from voting.
I am not. It is a Glenn Taylor, and if it could be lower, it would. This is David Kahn. This is as far low as you can think in Timberwolves history. It is that. It is that.
JJ Creates says Towns deserves a new tier list tonight. However, take him off the tier list, actually.
He deserves this. And
I gave him
below Jarrett.
I gave him a black square like you miss a letter in Wordle. That's what I give him. And a couple people agreed with me.
Interesting.
We got an AJ in Discord. We got Rondo. Man, I love Rondo. He agrees with me with black square. Oh, and here he is. Joe Smith tier.
I was gonna say Joe Smith tier, but I held back. I did hold back.
He's literally costing us draft picks. We could have been the worst team in the league and had, I don't know, another skinny white dude on our team. Dude, that would have been the greatest. Cat and Chet. The Cat and Chet happy hour.
I really
Just shooting threes, not rebounding, getting into foul trouble.
God.
Because Brandon Clark is on the other team. Oh my God. Well, this is kind of making me feel a little bit better. I actually paused when I saw Cat's post-game stat line. I actually didn't know how much he played despite his foul trouble. I actually don't recall him being in the game other than a couple foul or block shots, and that 1-2 in the second half. I think that was his only shot in the second half. He's okay being a decoy. I am going to go ahead and say on the record, this is not Memphis doing much to stop him.
No, yeah. We had some comments on our most recent preview video of I think Memphis fans saying, like, I can't believe Timberwolves fans aren't crediting Memphis for taking Towns out of the game. And I'm like, no, trust me, you don't understand. This is Towns' own doing. Like, this is not Memphis didn't have to do anything special. It's literally put a small on him and watch him flail. That's all you have to do. They act like they cracked some code. And this just shows you how much national people don't understand about the Timberwolves is that there is nothing. There is you don't have to do anything to stop him.
Yeah. He does it to himself. There is a game within the game. And that's what is that? Like EA Sports kind of slogan, whatever.
Yeah.
Game within the game. However, it's his 9 lives. It's his split personality. It's all the above. I find him excruciating to watch on TV. He's my all-star. I had to defend him 5 years ago on a podcast. I was on a Blazers podcast post-game show talking about how Cat and his silly flaily arms is gonna be okay. He just needs to build his body like Anthony Davis. He needs to just slow down just a little bit and take those threes and drive to the rim. I said this like fucking 5.5 years ago. We knew JJ that rookie year was incredible. It exposed what he could be.
Yeah.
He has not done anything but regress and get higher pitch in his voice. That's what I feel. Like, oh my God, it's incredible to watch how dumb he is possession after possession. I don't understand why Desmond Bane can put you in a position where you can't do anything with the ball. I don't understand.
It's so bad. Like all night too. He tried to drive right, he tried to drive left, and he just can't get around him. He just can't. He's just too slow. He said as
Memphis,
much.
like,
Sorry, he said as much in his post game. He's like, "I'm just trying to go out there and do everything I can." Yeah, you're literally trying to do everything like you always do. Always.
there was a play where he had Dylan Brooks on him, and I remember Dylan Brooks like 3 years ago, and that was the play that we keep recalling where like he just needs to grow up and grow out of his shell and then be able to post up smaller players than him. Hasn't happened, can't happen, apparently. But a play tonight where he was staring Dylan Brooks and he was going between his fucking legs and doing nothing except for wasting time on a possession and passing it out to like someone in a corner who didn't know what to do with the ball, drove past someone, and then got his shot blocked. D'Lo got his shot blocked a couple times tonight, and that really kind of frustrated me because he should know how to really like kind of avoid the block, avoid the contact that he always so craftily does. But Cat should know something about his game. I feel like 7 or 8 years in this league, being exposed a few times during the Houston series, which we shouldn't really recall and talk about, that something should have he should have gleaned from that. I mean, he hasn't learned a thing, dude.
Nothing.
There was a point where he was like afraid to foul. He was afraid to draw charges. He was afraid to do things. And well, if you're afraid, you're not taking risks. You're not helping us. And you still get into foul trouble. And then when he has the ball in his hands, it's actually he's like scared to drive because he's afraid of getting that foul.
Yeah.
So it works against him. Where his best game, because he's lost all that weight and got all fucking ripped, is to go downhill because that's his game. He can't even do his own game, and that's only him. He's doing it to himself. There's no one stopping him. Ja Morant in the paint is not stopping you. However, it does because he's afraid to get the charge. It's stupid. It's It's not Joel Embiid. It's not Jokic. I don't understand. Why are they not getting these calls?
Because they have control. They just have body control. You know, Towns is slow. He is so slow, and he tries to play like he's a guard. So he's trying to get contact at the rim when what he needs to do, I mean, like you don't see if Embiid's pump faking from three and driving, he has the ability and the self-control to stop on a dime. He can stop and either pass it out or, you know, Towns has made it like his signature play to pass and crash. Like that is his thing now. These other players can stop, do a post move, and, you know, they're able to get it out to three-point shooters or at least reset themselves. Towns can't because it's either step back three or drive for a dunk. And those are the options. He doesn't give himself other options because he's committing to the full-on dunk. And if he commits to the dunk and he has three people in front of him, then he tries to do this weird Euro where he literally in place just picks up one left foot, right foot, left foot. And it's just like, it's the worst. It's just the worst.
It's the worst. That very first play we got Vando a dunk or a lane or whatever. Yeah. It looked like he literally leaped like Giannis leaps. Do you remember that at all? It looked like a call for a travel. It was like the very first play could have been called a traveling call, and like that'd have been the most fucking Karl-Anthony Towns thing ever. Godfrey has a comment, and I want to talk about this, but like I also realize we're 90 minutes in. Cat and D'Lo are BFF. I almost said that was off, but that's also true. They're off. But they can't run a pick and roll together. I have not seen them do anything together.
Yeah. Apparently,
shouldn't it be as obvious? Shouldn't one play in one game be as obvious as D'Lo brings the ball up, passes it to Cat. Cat has the ball, does an on-ball screen, gives it to D'Lo for a fucking three, wide open behind Cat. Shouldn't that happen 5 times a game at least?
Yeah.
Shouldn't that also happen with Ant? Ant does it at times, but then they just fucking like do some ISO bullshit.
Yep.
Screwing the game plan.
Yeah, so Ant and D'Lo do it, but you're right. What happens after that, they do a pick and roll just to get the switch, and then they go ISO for 10 seconds. That's what happens. There's no rolling. There's no actual plays being made. They're just trying to get the right defender on whoever is going to have the ball and then work from there, isolation. There's never any actual rolling or cutting or anything. There's no playmaking. It's just can we make the shot, which is good in some respects because obviously when you're in the playoffs, you're going to have to run some isolation. You're going to have to run some half court. You need the ability to play that way, which Towns clearly doesn't have. Yeah, I don't know, just so bad. Towns is a Glenn Taylor tier tonight.
Yeah. Look at this comment by the one and only JJ. We should get you on, JJ.
Yeah, seriously, JJ.
D'Lo needs a lob threat to be effective. Do you remember the game, which was tonight, where we threw 2 lobs and they were like, lobs?
Yeah, I know.
When do we throw lobs to another teammate?
Never. We didn't do it during the Bounce Brother days.
We barely did it when Ruby was there.
Yeah, it's been so infuriating to not throw lobs because every team does it to us constantly.
Well, we tried tonight, and Jaden was like, why am I getting the ball in the midair? And then he at least saved himself the second time, but that turned into some weird-ass play. But we don't do it because we're just so young, inexperienced. We just got to learn, get more experience. Huh?
I've said it too many times now. I don't even believe it. I don't believe this team. I just don't. I do I need to calm down a little bit. And I will say through our conversations tonight, there is maybe it's me just trying to convince myself, but there are some spots here where we can look. I mean, tonight is really, really bad, but if we really do take ourselves out of how bad this loss was, this still can be a good season. And on top of it, I know I have now switched and I still am in this, but I still think Memphis is going to win in 5 now. But it's not impossible that we could win game 4. We can punch back, and I think we can make adjustments. But I think it's just if we come back in game 4, then that shows some fight. I would love to win more than 1 game in this series. I don't know if we're going to. Do you have any predictions going into game 4?
And cut. Timestamp this, folks. I have no predictions except for expect the unexpected. This is a reality TV show now.
Yeah.
Come on. The price is wrong. You are the weakest link. Karl Anthony Towns needs to show up. What if I said all fucking season? And then, I don't know. What if I said all season? It's been fucking true. The most important players on our team are Vando, D'Lo, Patrick Beverly. They showed up.
Mm-hmm.
The most exciting, eccentric, and illuminating player is Anthony Edwards. He needs to fucking show up.
Yeah.
The best contract in the league could be still Malik Beasley. He just needs to be, again, showing up, be strong, be the player that I have not seen. I have not seen the defensive effort that I've seen from him these last few games. It was incredible to watch. More Beasley. However, in the second half, less of that Beasley. Jaden McDaniels, your project, you're skinny, you're scrawny as fuck. However, you are one of the most important players on our team.
Mm-hmm.
Stick with it.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of Cat and D'Lo. I really don't. D'Lo was incredible in that first quarter, but offensively, he was there. He brought it. But there's no consistency. And how do you rely on consistency when there isn't any?
Yeah, no, you can't. I am not going to go down this tangent right now, but I still right over here. I've got my
machine.
I've got my pitchforks and I've got my trade machine. Kind of about the same thing. And trust me, it's going through my head. I am thinking of players. I am thinking of players I don't want on my team. I am thinking of players I may want on our team. But I think the thing that I'm going to struggle with a little bit going into next season is I don't think that this team, I think Ant can make a big leap. I think he can make a pretty big leap and be like he was in a couple of these playoff games more consistently, which would be huge for us. I don't think Cat can make a quantum leap. I don't think D'Lo is going to make that much of an improvement. Realistically, I don't know how many of these other players, Bev's going to be the same. Vanderbilt's going to be the same. Maybe not even as good. Beasley's going to be about the same. McDaniels is probably going to be about the same. Reed, Prince, these are all players coming into another season where, like, how much better are they really going to be? I don't know. Are they going to be good enough to beat a 2 seed, or are we going to be better than a 7 seed next year? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a comment. I have a deep analysis thread, like video I almost want to do about the 7th seed and how what the play-in means now, because we have Brooklyn facing off against Boston, the 2-7 matchup.
Yeah.
Those stats about like 2-7 matchups, so like the winning percentage is going to go through the pooper, because now we're going to see teams kind of go through the doldrums of the season and then turn up for the last like 10, 15 games and then be a 7 seed.
Yeah. Like the Clippers could have been this year.
The Clippers could have been.
Yeah.
And they rested layoff P for like a majority of the season.
Yeah.
And Kyrie Irving couldn't play for half the season, and like now he's fresh as fuck.
Yeah.
However, they're still losing because that's still their MO. But yeah, I'm just saying that there could be a longer conversation about the 7th seed. However, we might be a 7th seed next year, playing 100% of the games the way that we just did. We got to 46 wins because the West is getting stronger, as JJ's amount is kind of alluding to. Clippers coming back stronger. Denver's getting stronger with their actual players coming back, and they know how to draft. I don't know, man. Teams are going to retool. It's going to be incredible. Dallas is going to be exciting again. Golden State's going to be again. Like, they're probably going to be. I don't know what's going on with Booker, but Golden State might be on their championship run again. So it's like, where are we going to fit in this? And are we on a championship like trajectory here? The answer is no.
Yeah,
clearly. You know what's really exciting is that we're watching Finch kind of explore his own kind of like his game plans and his like rhetoric and like what he thinks about basketball and how he wants to be this like players coach and like build a culture from within. Not call those timeouts on the 21-0 run. We're gonna get to watch Gupta, trade machine Gupta, do something about this roster. That's what's really exciting about this series kind of closing the way it will or might or probably should. Is that it's going to expose the fucking right answers. Right questions are going to be brought up that we are going to discuss. And I think they're going to address them, but like they have to, because what's also awesome, around the corner is A-Rod and Mr. Clean himself, Laurie. Like, they're going to want a winning franchise. What the fuck are you doing putting this rebuilding shit in front of our face? So when they take over, it's like 3 years, and then what? The preseason predictions for Game 4 is let's talk about it in 3 years. I mean, I don't know. This team looks so down, and you can't lose a game like this because this will rip your team apart. People are going to be yelling, pointing fingers at the least. Yeah. Careful in the shower room, because how do you get $40 million and take 4 shots and have the wherewithal to say whatever the fuck you just said in postgame? It's so embarrassing, man. And that's our captain. That's our squad leader. That's our frontline man. And we have to defend him to the fucking forum internet warriors and trolls of the internet. And like, that's our dude. When he's on, it's fun to watch. He is a reason why Ant can explode to the rim, because Cat is a legit threat from 3. But if you're not taking threes, what's Ant's role?
Yeah, stand in the corner, be Wiggins, I guess.
What are your thoughts going into Game 4? Oh, I don't know if I. This is a safe space, right? We can share whatever the fuck you want. What do you want from Game 4?
I want Ant. I just want to see how it goes. I want to have an Ant heavy game. Whether we just ride or die with Ant. And D'Lo to some extent. I see Ashman just went away, but yeah, we. I just want. I paused for a second. I just want a heavy Ant game. I want to ride or die with him because he is the person that can take us to the next level. Not Towns, not D'Lo. Maybe somewhat of D'Lo, but only with an Ant. So I just want that because that's who the city believes in. That's who the city cares about, not Towns. So if Towns goes off,
you can trust,
fantastic.
man.
But yeah,
Like Vando and Ant have said, defense like you can trust.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess my official take now, instead, I originally said Grizzlies in 7 coming into this series. I think Grizzlies in 5 now. I think Grizzlies in 5. I know. I think I said a couple nights ago, or whenever the last game was, that whoever wins this first game, the other team would win the other game. I don't anymore. I think this game was embarrassing enough. I can't believe that there's some people out there that think this wasn't that bad of a loss, or people aren't. Maybe they don't think it's that bad, but they think it's okay. It's just not. This is just a trend. This isn't like a fluke thing. Like, wow, I can't believe Memphis came back. We've done this multiple times this season. We've lost 20+ point leads in games in the regular season. A lot of things. I mean, we didn't get open threes. They did. It's just every trend that we saw throughout the season happened. And it was frustrating. And of course, everything gets magnified in the playoffs, and Towns got magnified as the player as he is. And just not in a good spot. And I will say that once we get past this series, I'll be in a little bit better mood. But tonight was bad. Tonight hurts. Probably this is got to be close to, if not the worst loss that I can remember experiencing as a Timberwolves fan.
Dude, and you went to the fucking arena, and it was game 3. It looked so great to experience that first quarter. It must have been, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I want to end positively. I can't, I won't, but I want to. Are there some things that we can kind of like feel from this game to be like, okay, game 4 predictions? Can we win? It's a must win. It's a must win.
Yeah.
So how can we put it upon ourselves to not get embarrassed? Because guess what's happening right now? Bill Simmons is live potting right now about how ridiculous this team is to watch. They're insufferable. Zach Lowe wanted this matchup to happen months ago. He was like, I can't believe the untold story about the league are these two young squads in the Memphis Grizzlies and Karl Anthony Towns and Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves. He was calling for this series to be the best series. And everyone was like, all right, there's this Boston-Brooklyn series over there, but guess what's happening in the West? Memphis and Minnesota is going to be lit. It's going to be exciting. Everyone was like, no, this is going to be a fucking 5-game series is right. Like, this is over. This is done. So putting that kind of perspective into shape here, if we're going to lose tomorrow, we'll lose on Saturday, how can we try our fucking best to make it not as embarrassing as it was today?
I think
what needs to happen?
I think we can take things from this game. I mean, we were obviously up big, I mean, any other team, if they're up by 25, you think it's over, especially with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. It's just a Timberwolves thing to have that happen. But I think it just emphasizes and teaches a young team, maybe we're just a little bit more accustomed to it being Timberwolves fans, so we're frustrated by it. But I think it just means never stop. Just you cannot stop putting on pressure. You can't play defense. You can't play like don't lose the lead or just like take as much time off the clock as possible. You can't play like that. You have to continue playing aggressive. You have to continue. I think D'Lo said it best after the playing game or before the playing game. He said something to the effect of, you should after the game, you should be physically and mentally exhausted. This should have been you should be putting everything into this game like there's no more games, because that's how you're going to win. I just don't know if I feel like any players really played like that tonight. Even when we were up, it was electric in the crowd, no doubt. It was amazing, and I was absorbing it all.
Dude, I was so happy for you being there, man.
Yeah.
I was like, Cam! I was screaming, Cam! I was clapping and shouting and screaming your name because the experience must have been so insane. It was.
But then at the same time, Dylan Brooks screaming at the crowd after hitting that last 3 was like, if this weren't the playoffs and this was a regular season game, I don't know if there'd be any more shows. Honestly, it would have been that bad if we didn't make the playoffs and this was like a Dylan Brooks or somebody else hitting that dagger 3. I just don't know if I could take it anymore. But no, I mean, obviously we have the capability of beating them. We've beaten them once, and realistically, we should have beat them tonight. So we can, but I think this is going to hurt a lot. And it's not just that we can beat them. And that's not the reason that I'm so down on it. It's the fact that now Memphis has this insane confidence. They have the ability to have swagger. They have the ability to shoot with confidence, play with confidence. Because guess what? They have now flipped it back, and home court advantage is on their side. And they could lose tomorrow and go. It's still win. They could still easily win because they have home court advantage for the rest. You're right. It's a must win. It just feels like there's no way. I will be there. I will be there for Game 4, which will be exciting, I'm sure. And realistically, I can handle losses. It's just losses like tonight that I just like. Man, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to pretend like we didn't lose like this tonight, because otherwise I'm just gonna have such bad takes for the rest of the year. So I need to find a way, and I hope that. Hopefully not a loss, but the loss on Saturday will not be as painful and can be a little bit more something that we can analyze and learn from going forward. But yeah, Cat will play well tomorrow, and that's why I hate him. Yeah. I don't know if he will.
Did you see this?
This is the first game I went to since JJ. You were at the game.
JJ was at the game.
What?
You guys got to find. I don't know.
JJ.
Everyone who I want to meet right now in the world. I think JJ is one of them right now up there.
JJ, what section were you?
You've been with us since the fucking beginning, dude. When we were fucking nobodies, and now look at us, starting from the bottom. Now we're 7th seed, getting our asses kicked.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. What section was he in?
Yeah, what section were you in, JJ? I was 205.
Oh my god, look at this. If this was the play-in.
Dude, if this was the play-in.
Hey, you know what? I feel better now.
Yeah.
This is not the play-in. This was not the play-in.
Well, that's all I have. I have to go to the doctor early tomorrow morning, so I will...
It's midnight.
Yeah, I have to get ready. My appointment's in 8 hours, so I need some sleep.
I like that shirt, though.
I would say, oh yeah, I got the cool shirt on today too. I thought maybe it would give us some extra luck. Yeah, stay fresh.
It's so good.
No luck. But I appreciate everybody for joining us as always. You guys are awesome. It's fun to be able to vent. I do feel better after talking on here always, but it doesn't change the outcome, but I do feel better. And
counts, man.
We'll be back after Saturday. Late stream, by the way. Honestly,
oh my god,
so late.
What are they doing? What are they doing? The NBA schedule is so fucked up. We had a 4 p.m. game, a 6 p.m. game, a 10 p.m. game. What are they doing to Ant's sleep schedule?
Yeah. Well, I think we'll play pretty well. Since it's so late, I think we're a better late night team. So 9 p.m. stream probably won't be live until
fucking Sunday.
1 or 2. I don't even know. But we will be live. Talk about Wolves.
Wolves After Dark, man.
Wolves After Dark. Possible new name. Name. I've already saved this. I have the Twitter handle. I've got graphics. I'm ready.
Let's do it. 2 a.m. stream. Let's rebrand live.
Rebrand just happened. No, but anyways, I appreciate you. We've gone into the next day here in the Central Time Zone, so I'm going to go to bed. But Ashwin, you have any final thoughts from this game?
You're the real ones, Jax.
Yes, you are the real ones. So, intro's the outro. 52 wins is still possible. If 52 wins happens now, we're moving on. So, it's not happening though. So, but
I'm gonna flash you guys the tier list. Whoa! Look at that
flashbang!
Wow.
Anyways, intro is the outro. We will see you Saturday night.